guys, Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. How are you all doing? Man, I'm doing all right. I got my son's birthday coming up. I got a vacation, my first in 10 years of going to the Dominican Republic. Don't worry, because what's a vacation without uploading Raid Shadow Legends videos? I'm taking my laptop with me because I'm addicted to uploading on YouTube. But I'm also very much looking forward to that vacation next week. Clan vs. Clan, I woke up to this. Dude, what is going on here? 12 million? Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this. Where is Scarret? 1 million Clan vs. Clan parts? That is insanity. Here I was, thought we were really killing it with 5 million. Yeah, that was not too good. How are you guys doing your Clan vs. Clan? If you're watching this the day it goes live. We have a bunch of epic buffs, guys. I want to get to them. There are 5 of them. At first, I was disappointed. At first glance, just like so many things in life, right? We have a propensity to kind of judge them, maybe even negatively, maybe a knee-jerk reaction saying, this sucks, what the hell? And then I actually, to be totally honest with you guys, I re-recorded this video. I was going to have it out 2 hours ago when the news went live, but I've updated my thinking. I'm actually a lot more excited than I was initially. I was going to make a video complaining about, like, why don't they buff Void Epics, guys? This is ridiculous. But I think that Plarium is telling us something with these buffs. I actually think that a lot of these champions, of quite a few of them, are going to be super viable now against the new boss, right? I think this is in preparation for the Iron Twins and the Iron Fortress. So let's talk about why. And I want to actually start with one of my favorite buffs here, right? And it's going to be a buff to, I'm going everywhere except for his faction and Lizardman. Okay, Ash. Drake. So Drake is receiving a buff. First of all, he's going to be changing his final blow. This is a game changer. It's going to be, if the target has less than 50% HP, this attack is always critical. Whoa! Stop the presses! That's a game changer. Okay, that's really not a noteworthy buff there to his A2. However, his A3, listen to this, guys. It's going to be attack one enemy, places a decreased speed and a decreased accuracy. It's just placing that ability, 100% land ray, obviously. Debuff on all enemies except the target for 2 turns if the attack is critical, okay? This is going to change to places a decreased speed and a decreased accuracy on all enemies not except the target. You know, again, there's only one target on the Iron Twins, so it wouldn't work against them. We need decreased speed against the Iron Twins. It's going to be one of the most important debuffs to bring to the table. And decreased accuracy is going to be fantastic again. So 2 of the most needed debuffs out there, and they're changing the cooldown. They're going to bring it down 1 more turn. So it's going to be on a 5, booked down to a 4-turn cooldown. So now we're going to have 2 of the most important debuffs on the Iron Twins. Decreased accuracy, increased resistance is going to be huge because you can resist his main ability there. So I think that Drake now is going to be super compelling for the new boss. So I actually really like this this change. They're also changing his aura from attack in arena battles by 30% to attack in faction crypts by 30%. Okay, so really cool there. The next one that I'm actually really excited about, guys, is Canon S. So Canon S, man, you guys, any of you out there already maxed out Canon S? I have not. But she can smack. I was shocked at her multipliers. She has a 3.5 on the A1, a 5.7 on the A2, and they're changing her A3 and her speed. They're going to bring her base speed from 89 all the way to 98, and they're going to make her a really, really good healer. This is on a 2-turn cooldown when booked. That's going to stay the same. Place an ally protect and increase defense on the target for 2 turns. Also places a continuous heal buff on this champion. No. It's going to be on everybody now. 2-turn continuous heal for 2 turns on everybody, plus the ally protect. You can even cast this on herself and give her the increased defense, bolstering up her damage. She's going to hit even harder. A good option there for a healer and a single target big damage dealer who's tanky as well. I'm actually really excited about the buff to Canon S, okay? So really good. So far, so good, right? The next one is another champion who I think is going to be super compelling for the new boss out there, and it's Karim. Karim attacks 1 enemy. This is going to be changed to a 50% chance of placing a poison debuff for 2 turns. On his A1, 75 when booked. Not too bad. On the A2, damage increases by 50% if this champion has more than 50% HP. So I love that as well, right? I mean, this could hit really, really hard. He already smacks, and we get a damage boost of 50%. It's so much more predictable on what you're going to get from this skill, as opposed to damage increases according to the amount of HP this champion has lost. I hate those abilities. I like this a lot better. And then they're not changing anything from his rot away ability. However, this is what I'm most excited about, testing how much damage it's going to do to the new boss, right? Attacks one enemy, deals damage from all poison debuffs on the target instantly. If the target is a boss, receive 50% less damage from those poison debuffs. But this could be a really sneaky champion to use against those Iron Twins in the Iron Twin Fortress, because, I mean, instant damage. We want to get a lot of damage. We want to get it fast before all his stats, his defense, and his attack go way, way up. The longer the battle goes on, the worse it's going to be for us. So I love here that they're buffing even more damage out of already a really good damage dealer in Karim. So number 4, guys, is going to be Delver. Now, Delver is an interesting buff here. First of all, we get a speed buff from 91 to 98, okay? Then let's go to her A2 ability. Mark for Death is still going to be on a 3-turn cooldown. We're still placing the big version of Weaken. We're still placing it for 3 turns. The debuff can also still not be resisted. So overall, a really good ability. And check out the multiplier, 6.2 multiplier on that ability. So she can smack on top of that, right? On the A3, they're going to change this. This is now going to be a same thing, an AoE attack. It's still going to be on a 4-turn cooldown, okay? I'm just going to show you guys. It's easier than to try to read this, right? They're changing the books to this, right? So now you can book up damage, you can book it up to 75% decreased defense, and you can still book that cooldown down 1, okay? So they're going to change the books to that. So what's going to change about this ability? It's going to be no longer conditional about the weaken. The increased attack is going to be the same. If the target has a weaken debuff, that's going to be removed. It's going to be, has a 50% chance of placing a decreased defense debuff on the target for 2 turns before attacking, okay? So really solid 75% defense. However, some players aren't very excited about this one. I'm already seeing a couple comments, YouTube, Reddit posts saying that I already used her as a heavy damage dealer and debuffer for Clan Boss, and I used her in, tandem with another heal reduction champion, and it kind of screws over, the best way that I use her right now. You can use her with a champion like Venomage, for example, heal reduction, get the passive damage mitigation off that heal reduction, and then have a dependable weaken and decreased defense, right? However, right now it's only going to be a 75% of landing that decreased defense, so you're going to have another decreased defense champion in order to get the full 100% to land that weaken. I would have much rather them see, something to where it's 100% decreased defense on this ability. So this one I'm not too thrilled about. Obviously, I'd love to see the speed buff. It does make sense. Trying to give a big single target damage dealer for the new boss, I would imagine. Again, I think that all of these changes are oriented towards the Iron Twins, but this one I'm a little bit more on the fence about. The next one is going to be Marksman, champion we pretty much never talked about here on the channel. Let me go ahead and pull up his multipliers. So already we're seeing one of the issues with Marksman, right? He is a nuker, an all-out nuker. He has a 5.7 multiplier, which is not bad on his A2. But then his big ability of 4-time at random only has a 1.3 attack multiplier. What does it matter if we're ignoring a bunch of defense if we have a 1.3 attack multiplier, right? It's not 4, hits on one target. However, it could be against a boss. So, it could deal a decent amount of damage. But again, just like every other champion, we're just seeing buffs to some underwhelming champions that really didn't have a strong use case at all. And now maybe some players can take advantage of them against the Iron Twins. So what's changing about this dude? Well, a lot. On his A1, a lot, but nothing crazy. It's going to be changed to a 25% chance now to grant an extra turn on the A1. We also have the poison there. That's going to stay the same. On the A2, it's going to be a 25% chance of inflicting a critical hit. Okay, does have a turn meter fill of all allies, not too bad on the 3-turn cooldown with that solid multiplier. On the A3, Thorns, 4 times at random. Each hit now has a 35 chance to ignore defense on a 4-turn cooldown. On the aura, it's going to be changed to speed in arena battles by 20%. So could be a speed lead if you don't have like a Gorgorab or a Skull Crown, something like that. Then he can come in and, I don't know, deal some decent damage with his Thorns ability. Although I see this as more of a PvE ability. I don't know if you can justify using him in the arena, frankly. I mean, there's a lot better options out there, even for mid-game players. So those are the changes to Marksman. They're also actually going to buff his speed. His speed's going to change from 92 to 98. So guys, what do you think of these changes? Again, to me, there's a little bit more than meets the eye with these epic buffs. I would have loved to see a little bit more. I'm somewhere in the middle on this one, but I'm excited about the update. What about you guys? Awakening Iron Twins. Are you guys looking forward to it? Out of all these champions, I think that Karam, Drake, and Canoness definitely are on my radar to do updated guides on as soon as these changes drop in the game. So have an eye out for that, guys. Go ahead and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.